introduce you to the basics of music theory. But first, let's define exactly what music theory is and what is music theory? Music theory is the study by which the practice and possibilities for music are explored. For example, music theory is basically math, but less boring and easier to understand. But let's get down to the core basics. First, you gotta know how to even read sheet music first. So I'll start with a simple for staff. Okay. Ignoring everything here except for the lines, we'll be adhering to two simple set of rules for identifying the notes played on each line or space. Every good boy does fine. In face. Those are our two rules for reading music on the treble clef. Mind you, the treble clef. Every good boy does fine corresponds to each of the lines on the bar, on the straight lines, starting from E to G to B to D to F, and then repeating once you either go below or above those bars. Face follows the same pattern, but for the four spaces in between the lines. Congratulations, you have learned something that took me 2 whole quarters in high school in about a couple of seconds. Really says something about music or myself, but time signatures, time signature, time signatures. This is another crucial part for the basic understanding of music, are time signatures. Basically, what number of counts are in a measure. So when we read music, we have a thing called a time signature. See the 4 over there? It's also over in that other 4. Take a good look. Ooh. Take your time. Basically, what this means is in each measure will contain 4 beats and only ever 4 beats. The measure must always end up being 4 beats before heading on to the next measure, as indicated by the vertical line between every 4th beat. Most music is written by normal people, is in this time signature, so you don't have to worry about that too much. But an important thing to note is the fact that both numbers mean something. The top number tells us how much a single quarter note is worth, or right how many it takes to complete whatever the bottom number of the time signature is, if it's ever different from 4 over 4. Note notation. Basically, definitions for symbols. With that in mind, let's actually look at the physical notes you'll be seeing when you read a piece of sheet music. Look below at the chart. Take your time. Don't worry about the rest thing. We'll get to those. We have notes ranging from 4 whole counts, which would complete a measure, to 1/4 of a count, which would require 16 of them in a single measure. 16 of them to complete a measure in a time signature of 4 over 4. We also have a thing called rests, but they're basically there for you to not play anything, and you basically just count it as like empty space. Now then, with just these few things I've covered, you're ready to explore the vast world of tapping your feet to the beat of the song, sometimes being offbeat, and even more, especially once you get into jazz theory. But that's just all stuff I purposely left out to make this guide as short and concise as possible. Before I throw you to the sharks, here are a couple practice samples I think are doable for the most part. Sample 1. And let's actually listen to how that sounds like. Thank you for listening, and that is all. Have a good day.